they'll jump 8, 10 feet in the air. It could kill you. We haven't had that happen yet. We've had some very serious injuries. Broken noses, cuts, bruises, all kinds of things. Broken fingers, broken arms. It's creating chaos with people being injured by flying fish.
They're spreading in incredible rates. They're moving upstream, they're moving up into tributaries. They can move up to about 10 to 15 kilometers a day.
I would say to the Canadians that look at what's happened down here in the U.S. We have them, you don't want them. You need to do everything you can to assist in keeping them out of the Great Lakes. If you don't, you're going to see what we've seen out here.
The story of the Asian carp invasion starts at the bottom of the Mississippi near Vicksburg with Jerry Rasmussen.
Beautiful day, that's for sure.
Rasmussen is a U.S. fish and wildlife biologist, and he's devoted his career to fighting Asian carp. In the early 70s, catfish farmers here and in Arkansas imported the carp from Asia to help filter their ponds to keep them clean. Then along came the Mississippi floods of 1993, and the rest is history.
The carp escaped from ponds into the rivers, and then from the rivers into the Mississippi. And then they were out there, along came the flood, a big spawn, and they moved upstream.
From here, I join Rasmussen to follow the fish up the river and its tributaries, documenting the destruction along the way.
And what I would hope to do is to prevent these from spreading to other watersheds across the country, prevent them from getting into the Great Lakes, and hopefully, over the long haul, find ways to reduce their numbers and shut this invasion down.
Not long after, a sign of things to come.
We're really down here to see what the carp are like, so. I see a dead one floating here on the water.
Yeah, we'll be up there in a minute. We're moving up the Mississippi. We should be there in about 10 minutes or so.
The fish they find at first are mostly native species.
Looks like another smallmouth buffalo coming in.
A second attempt produces pretty much the same.
You seen any Asian carp yet?
Mostly buffalo.
The carp are notoriously difficult to catch, but the fishermen know they're here because they're destroying their nets and eating food that the other fish rely on.
They're nothing but a problem. I mean, a real problem. And it's only getting worse.
Finally, they catch one.
We got some silvers in this one. Get down here to them.
What do we got here?
Silver carp.
How big?
Probably about 12-pounder.
But it's small as far as Asian carp go. Some fish have been known to get 5 times as big. That's what makes Asian carp so dangerous. They can eat up to half their body weight in a day, growing so fast they soon become too big for any predator.
These Asian carp, these big-headed silver carp, go right to the bottom of the food chain and take the bottom out. And so the plankton feeders that the salmon and trout rely on for food will be gone. The food supply is disrupted.
But the carp actually prefer colder water. That's why Rasmussen expects things to only get worse as we head upstream.
I still would have expected to see more Asian carp down here than what we're seeing. Starting to see some signs, but wait till tomorrow. Now we're about 75 miles downstream on the Mississippi River from St. Louis, Missouri. This is the site of a fish kill that occurred back in 1999 that really gave us the first indication of the magnitude of the Asian carp invasion.
In the summer of 1999, the Mississippi flooded its banks once again. When the water receded, people were shocked, especially the scientists. It wasn't all the dead fish. That's normal after a flood. It was the fact that almost all the fish were carp.
There were thousands and thousands of dead fish from 6 inches long to 2 feet long. And what it looked like was snow. There were so many dead fish out there on the flats, and the density was so high that it looked like snow-covered ground.
I was shocked because we knew the Asian carp were in the river, but we had no idea that they were out there in those kinds of numbers. And it immediately tripped a trigger in my head that this kill was a sign of things to come.
Soon after the Asian carp invaded, people started getting hurt.
A bunch of fish right over here.
On the Missouri, a tributary of the Mississippi, boaters now face the constant danger of being hit by silver carp, which are known to jump.
Just be careful, because you're going to get hurt if you're not careful. I mean, you got to be ready to dodge.